Hi, welcome back. We're reading through the Bible, and right now we are in Proverbs chapter 13. I'm reading from the New King James translation. Feel free to leave a comment below and let me know which translation you picked and how you landed on that one. Let's get started. Proverbs 13, verse 1. A wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a scoffer does not listen to rebuke. A man shall eat well by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the unfaithful feeds on violence. He who guards his mouth preserves his life, but he who opens wide his lips shall have destruction. Verse 4. The soul of a lazy man desires and has nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made rich. Verse 5. A righteous man hates lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and comes to shame. Righteousness guards him whose way is blameless, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. There is one who makes himself rich, yet has nothing, and one who makes himself poor, yet has great riches. I would pause and think about that one for a minute. It's not just about material possessions. There's one who makes himself rich with material possessions, yet has nothing. That means they're empty on the inside, soul care. And one who makes himself poor, material-wise, yet has great riches, spiritually, eternally. I want to see what the John MacArthur Bible says. I have not looked yet, so there may be nothing on this one. Nope, but it is. Okay, makes himself rich, makes himself poor. The same pretense is presented in two contrasting weaknesses. One pretends to be rich while the other pretends to be poor. In contrast, men should be honest and unpretentious. And then riches deliver some from punishment while others suffer, because they will not heed the rebuke of laziness, which keeps them poor. Not exactly what I expected it to say, but that's why we do a study Bible. Okay, verse 8. The ransom of a man's life is his riches, but the poor does not hear rebuke. The light of the righteous rejoices, but the lamp of the wicked will be put out. Verse 10. By pride comes nothing but strife, but with the well-advised is wisdom. Verse 12. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it is a tree of life. He who despises the word will be destroyed, but he who fears the commandment will be rewarded. The law of the wise is a fountain of life, to turn one away from the snares of death. Good understanding gains favor, but the way of the unfaithful is hard. Every prudent man acts with knowledge, but a fool lays open his folly. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a faithful ambassador brings health. These are definitely Proverbs. It's wisdom. These are little short sayings that you might find on a Christmas tree ornament or a pillow or a coffee mug as reminders. Okay, verse 18. Poverty and shame will come to him who disdains correction, but he who regards a rebuke will be honored. A desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is an abomination to fools who depart from evil. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. I think of training up my kids so that they make good choices with friends and who they associate with. He who walks with wise men or people will be wise. That makes sense. But the companion of fools will be destroyed. Also makes sense. Verse 21. Evil pursues sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. That's another one to highlight. pretty well-known verse. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. You can unpack that for yourself, but I think it's a beautiful thing to leave a legacy, not just of wealth, but of spiritual wealth. Okay. Verse 23, much food is in the fallow ground of the poor, and for lack of justice there is waste. He who spares his rod hates his son, but he who loves him disciplines him properly. That's a big topic right there. You can highlight that one. You could do a word study on it. I would like to see what the study Bible says on 24. Okay. Rod disciplines impromptly. Early childhood teaching requires both parental discipline and including corporal punishment and balanced kindness and love. There is great hope that the use of the divine ordinance of the rod will produce godly virtue and parental joy. Such discipline must have the right motivation, that's key, and appropriate severity. Let the punishment fit the crime. One who has genuine affection for his child but withholds corporal punishment will produce the same kind of child as a parent who hates his offspring. You could really unpack that and dive into it. And I know there's a lot of opinions on that. But I'm just reading what it says. He who spares his rod hates his son, but he who loves him disciplines him properly. In verse 25, the righteous eats to the satisfying of his soul, but the stomach of the wicked shall be in want. And that is Proverbs 13. How did you do? Did it take a few minutes to read through? Maybe about 5. Did you read it out loud? And which verses did you highlight? Feel free to drop a comment below and let me know. And I'll see you tomorrow for chapter 14.